here in the sticks. Out here in the sticks. Out here in the sticks. We make a lot of noise. We try them jacked up toys. Out here in the sticks. We ain't scared to get them muddy. I feel blessed being raised in the country in the sticks. We work for what we got. We drink beer, we smoke pot in the sticks like that. We ain't worried about nothing. We know God's got a back. Out here in the sticks. We say yes sir, yes sir, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. Fried green tomatoes, brown sugar on the yams. We ain't scared of nothing. When the world end, country folks gon' be hunting. All lie, no wigs. We like sweet tea, but a sweet tea sweeter. Fear God, that's all. We seen sinners turn believers. Out here in the sticks, we make a lot of noise. We try them jacked up toys. Out here in the sticks, we ain't scared to get them muddy. I feel blessed being raised in the country in the sticks. We work for what we got. We drink beer, we smoke pot in the sticks like that. We ain't worried about nothing. We know God's got a back. Out here in the sticks. We like to raise hell, have fun. We like summertime cause we're playing in the sun. We like bonfires, cold beer. And if you ain't with it, get the hell out of here. We like crawfish, cornhole, southern fried chicken with the casserole. We say what's on our mind, we work all the time. We ain't scared of the world, we walk the line. Out here in the sticks, we make a lot of noise. We try them jacked up toys. Out here in the sticks, we ain't scared to get them muddy. I feel blessed being raised in the country in the sticks. We work for what we got. We drink beer, we smoke pot in the sticks like that. We ain't worried about nothing. We know God's got a back. Out here in the sticks.
Well, that's good. I think I'm back. Man, why am I back, y'all? Microphone's back. Sounds back. My fault. All right, my bad. What's good, y'all? Yeah, we're ready for the hurricane. We are ready for the hurricane. Appreciate all the happy birthdays, man. The big 35. 35. I guess I'm halfway to 70, right? So if you're looking at it like that, it's starting all over again, man. Starting all over. Man, what has everybody been up to? That was Ski Mask Cowboy. If you're in here in the beginning, that's Ski Mask Cowboy. Go check him out, man. He's a country rap. He does a lot of covers, man. I found Ski Mask Cowboy a couple months ago, and I've really been rocking with him. He's about to drop a lot of new music, too. About to drop some music. Yeah, I'm ready for that hurricane, man. The hurricane's coming. That hurricane is not far away. Yeah, Jacksonville, Florida. So has anybody heard of this Cody Milne character? It's in the title of my chat. Hernando County. Yeah, from what I've seen, man, if it takes the route that Mike's weather page is predicting, it's going to go right into us. But we're like 56 feet, I think, 56 feet above sea level. Yeah, Leroy Biggs, October 7th, sober drops. Yeah, we're like 56 feet above sea level. My mom's only like 13. Crazy Mama 3 Pasco. Yeah, we're neighbors. We're neighbors. Only Only from one channel. What does that mean? Only from one channel. Yeah, so check me out. I've been seeing this. So let me go back. Let me rewind back. During this Kylie Rodney investigation, through everything that we've been looking through the entire case, there's only been a few names that have come up that you could have pointed some involvement towards, or you could have speculated that there was involvement, correct? So I got some emails and I got some Instagram DMs and I got some Facebook messengers and it talked about Cody Milne. I think that's how you say his name. Oh, party light. It's extra light. So anyway, Cody Milne, the name came up. I started looking into him a little bit, but these kids are juveniles. You know what I mean? Well, at least he is. Underage, younger kid. So you can't find much on him. But I did find, and I'm going to pull it up here. Oh, how's that still up? Let me try to find this real quick. The problem that I've been having lately is I've been trying to use two different search engines, which is not a good idea. Using Bing, and then I've been using Google. I feel like Bing prevents. All right, so this is a petition, change.org. I'll share my screen. Show you what I'm talking about. I'm sure a lot of you people have seen this. I'm sure most of you have. I've seen somebody else talking about it, and this is what's interested me. Is I originally was like, yo, this dude has some sort of involvement in it, but what involvement does he have? So here it is. Get Cody Milne off Truckee High campus. And it breaks down why. I mean, if you guys want to go into reading that, or if you want me to, I will. Hold on. Yeah, Bing is just like. Well, I don't know about that. I disagree. In some senses, I do. But I feel like there's not as much trash on here. Can y'all see that? Yeah, Zav talked about him. I know. Zav talked about him. A few other people have talked about him. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about what I know based off of what I've found, which ain't much because, like I said, this kid, he's a juvenile. But I did see, and I wish I had this on the screen. I don't think I might be able to find it during this live, but I did see that his parents owned a tow company. So that was kind of bone chilling. But check me out. So can y'all read this? Can you see it or no? If you can't see it, let me know. I can try to blow it up. Might be able to zoom in on it. Maybe not. Okay. No, you can't see it. Some people can, some people can't, right? Let me see. The tow company, yes. Does anybody know? No, I can't see it either. All right, I'll read it. Cody Milne is a rapist and has sexually assaulted multiple people at Truckee High and possibly other schools. He is being protected by the administration, and they have done nothing to prevent or stop this. Mr. Newberger stated he does not tolerate sexual assault, yet continues to have a repeat offender on campus. This is not safe for his victims and for other people. His victims just want to go to school safely and in peace and not have to worry about seeing somebody that sexually violated them on campus almost daily. For the safety of all students at Truckee High, please get Cody Milne off campus. Might make it easier. So this was started by Rocky Wilson. 50 supporters 1 month ago, 2 days ago, because parties are too dangerous. I mean, look, this is this is crazy. Parties are too dangerous in Truckee with somebody like this roaming around. That's crazy. His family towed Kylie's vehicle. Wait a minute. Out of the water? No way. Yeah, we're not in a flood zone. From what I gathered, it looks suspicious that these kids all gathered, or alleged kids, have over 1,000 plus friends. What do you mean? 1,000 plus friends on like Instagram? Well, I know that kid Cody Milne has a very popular TikTok. I did see that. Hey, I appreciate you, Blues Clues. I appreciate you. Let's see. Yeah, we're not in a flood zone, so we don't really have to worry about it. When's the next panel? I'm probably going to go up on panel here in a little bit. I want to. So there was a reason that I'm going to see if I could find his TikTok real quick. Hold on. Let me stop sharing this. I don't think it's a TikTok that I want. Let me see something. I might do the TikTok. I think this is what I want. My bad, y'all. Give me a second. No, that's not the right one. Oh, this is it. This has got to be it. No. So weird. Anyway, let's go back then. So, name is Captain Kirk. Anyway, let me go back. So the reason that I kind of have suspicion towards this character is a few reasons. One was AWP had Nick, the roadside assistant, on and spoke about somebody that was around Kylie's vehicle, possibly, that looked like him. And I got a picture of him on, let's see if I can pull it up right here. I had a picture of him on my YouTube. And it's a thumbnail, though. I need to find an actual picture of him. I'm going to put a panel out. I'm going to pull a panel up, see what I get. I want to talk to y'all, see what y'all got. Because I got so much on this Cody dude, and I wanted to kind of work on him, but it's hard, man, because I work. Today's my birthday. I got a lot going on, and it's hard to find a juvenile. What'd you say, babe? Yeah, all right. These headphones are just really good, and I can't hear anything outside of here. So it could be. Hey, Kurt, check it. No, I read all that. I might have not read yours, but I will check it. I'm not doing it right now. The StreamYard's down there. I think I posted it. No, StreamYard's right here. Let's see if I can pin the StreamYard. Because I know the moderators for some reason can't. It's so weird. Yeah, no, I know that town is full of corruption. I've talked to a couple people about it. I know there's a person in chat. If he wants to come up and talk about it, he sure can, because I know what he's saying is legit. His mother's from that area. There you go. There's a StreamYard link pinned, ready to go. Nobody, huh? Nobody. Happy birthday. No, you're not late, man. What's good?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. You?
Good. You got anything to say?
No, I think I actually jumped on too soon.
Oh, no, you're good. Whenever you're ready, come on back. Oh, I guess she's still down in the back chat. Hey, you're still in the back chat. So, all right. Yeah. So, I don't know. Cody has got like a lot of, to me, there's a lot of things that point to why he could be involved. One, he could have been involved through the tow company. You know what I mean? Like his parents own a tow, and this kid he's out in his car doing donuts, drifting, like he's going crazy in his vehicle. And somebody early on said, yo, what if somebody was out there screwing around in a car? Right. So check this theory out. What if Kylie got, a little bit intoxicated, which everybody says she did, got into the back of her car and fell asleep, right? She's sleeping in the back of her car, snoozing. These kids, because we all know they're on the way to college, some of them might even be in college, got a little crazy, decided that they were going to buckle her down in the back. She was drunk, passed out in the back. It doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility to just lay this strap over her, buckle her down. And then this kid possibly could have got out in her car and started drifting around out in the sand out there. Cut it too hard, lost control, shot it into the water, and broke the window out. He got out of the car, and they never went back for her. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. It's really not. Yeah, like a horrible, not even a joke, man. I seen this kid drifting tons of cars, and one of them looked like he was at the campground. 35. I'm 35. How would you say that? The Puerto Rican Punisher, if you're in here, how would you say that? You got Trace Cinco, 3-5, right? Kurt, check your IG. All right, I'll check my IG, man. Nobody. Oh, we got Super Cow vlogs. Come on up. What's good?
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Shit, dude, you don't think that like it's foul play somehow?
Well, it could be, but
It's,
at the same time, you have to think like if I was at a party getting drunk and I got into somebody's vehicle and started drifting around in the dirt out there, right?
yeah,
And I wrecked, and I'm like, I ain't risking my life to try to save this girl, and I dipset and I don't say nothing, you know, that that could be foul play in the sense of a senior prank. You know what I mean? Like
true.
they
Yep.
could have thought, man, once this girl hits the water, there ain't no way she's not going to try to swim out. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, oh, whatever, we'll just dump it in the water. And then that's how the windows broke.
Yeah.
Or
That passenger window was broke either crashing into either going in the water because it was broke already when Adventures with Purpose found it.
well, they were both broke. Both
No,
front
it
windows.
was no. The driver one wasn't broke yet. You can
It was.
see the sticker on the
Oh yeah, I
window,
know.
the blue one,
Yeah,
and
I
that
know
was
that.
the driver's side. And then when they went around, am I talking a little too loud?
No, I think I was, man, because I had both headsets on. My fault.
I apologize. Let me lower my voice.
No, that was me. It was me. My bad.
Okay, sorry. Kurt. Yeah. Listen, when if you pay attention to like the video, when they went down the driver window, you can see the sticker and you can see the fishes through the glass. And then on
Yeah.
the passenger side, you can see clear through the window like it was broke out. You can see the charger. I think you could see the little Smirnoff can or whatever the can was. It was the
Right.
little mango, whatever. Uh,
The
but
truly
yeah,
can.
truly
Yeah.
can. Yes.
Well, see, I think I agree with you because that's what I'm saying. Like the window was already broke while the car was in the water, but what my point is with that, and this is what so I put my car into a lake, and I had to refresh myself because I was 18, I'm 35 today. So I had to refresh myself about what went down during those line of events. And I did some damage to my vehicle prior to going into the water. So the water didn't do much damage to my car. With that being said, the way I feel about that is if the glass was still in the water and nothing else really, because you have to remember that the driver mirror was ripped off the car during the flipping of it. When they flipped it over, they broke the window.
Because it was it was intact when you seen it on the video. It was perfect.
So to break glass, especially those windows, you have to put a good amount of force into the vehicle. So what my point with that is if somebody was in the vehicle, they couldn't get. So if I'm driving, check me out, and I know this from personal experience. I'm driving and I'm in the water. It's a lot harder to get out of the same window you're sitting in rather than to go out the other side.
True.
Because all you got to do is lean with all your might, break that window, grab it,
You
and
got
just
leverage.
pull yourself. Exactly. So if there's somebody driving this car and trying to drift out or foul play, they drove it into the water intentionally. But if they're drifting around out there and they dump it into the water, that gets your roll. So now you turn the wrong way thinking you were going right when you should have went left. And boom, now you're sideways in the water. The vehicle starts rolling. You bust the window out. You swim out. You get up on shore. You turn around and go, I ain't going after her. We buckled her to the back in the back. You know what I mean? So they're like,
that
no.
would be foul if they thought like that. I would go get my friend. I swear.
I agree.
I don't care. Drunk and all. I'll fuck around and drown, getting my friend out.
Well, I would have broke the window first and then got in the back, got her loose from the seatbelt, grabbed her, and try to get her out. Because you know what I mean? She ain't going to be able to hold her breath if she was passed out. She's not going to
no matter what, even if she didn't have her breath and she was drowning, you could still revive her on the shore.
Right. Yeah. You can have water in your lungs for a while. I mean, you could
still save one. You could still save someone, bro.
Yeah, no, the movies are right, dog. Like people get drove to the hospital that have drowned, and they get to the hospital and they revive them. Now, depending on how long it is, you're gonna have brain damage.
Yes,
but
that's
at least
the scary part. But if somebody is passed out and they're underwater and that thing sunk down there for a minute and you swum up, caught your breath, you can still go down and in a panic and swim down there and get that person. You can get them out.
Yeah. I agree. And like people been hating on me and stuff. And I'm still sticking with the fact that I think that when you get this much involvement with weird things like, okay, so let's say this is what happened. That makes it a lot more of a bigger thing that you shouldn't come around. Like if this is what really all right, let me rewind. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it without sounding completely disrespectful. But if this is how this happened, you know what I'm saying? If this is what happened, what we just spoke about, how it was a prank or an accident, and then there was malicious intent that they weren't going back to save her anyway.
Allegedly, yes.
Whatever, allegedly. Then this would be one of the things that you don't want to go around as a regular citizen that's going to record shit with your camera, because then it makes it even look worse. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it's hard for me to like these Check It TVs, these animes, and all these people. I know other people went out there. Plenty of people have pointed this out to me that other people went out there.
Right,
but those people held the receipts the whole time, man.
They didn't expect people with eyes to see them with their eyes open. There you go. That's the best way to see it. They thought they were just going to get viewers and clicks.
Yeah,
but motherfuckers is out here. Sorry about my language, but people is out here, Cap. They watching them, bro.
It's how it should be, bro. Like this is the problem with this world, is that if more people stuck together as one, we would be all right. They're trying to gap everybody out and divide everybody. It's easier to take care of a bunch of divided people because all you got to do is throw one situation.
Ryan Upchurch on YouTube by like he's racist with that rebel flag crap. Man, bro, dude, I'm black, and me, my daughters, and everybody, we all listen to Ryan all day long. We blow his freaking YouTube up, bro.
Man, it ain't about. See, that's the crazy thing, man. Is like I love what he says about we're earthlings. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like if everybody tries to look at it like that, people will get along a lot better. Like sometimes I wish everybody was colorblind, like legitimately colorblind.
Hell yeah.
Because then you could never really. I mean, you would see shades. It wouldn't be color.
Before you know it, within the next 50 years, it's going to be like that anyway, because there's so much mixed culture and I'm pretty sure you have some mixed people in your family.
Right.
And it's just how society is going for the last few hundred years. So you can just you could just tell how it's going, that it's no way that people can dodge that. Culture is just going to be what it is.
You're absolutely correct, man. And that's the thing. That's what it is. Like it's culture because it doesn't matter what ethnic background you are.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the whitest people act black, and I've seen some of the blackest people act
People,
white, and I've seen some of the Asianest people act Mexican, and I've seen
yeah.
some of the Mexican ass people
So can't
act
nobody say nothing.
Chinese. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're in there with the super, focused
The people that's
technology.
pointing that type of stuff out is the most racist people, though. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? You should
Well,
be
it's not.
who you are, no matter what nobody tell you. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, man. It's not. Well, this is the thing, man, and you might not agree with me on this, but I feel like they're preaching something that ain't even really that big of an issue anymore.
Oh yeah. I really don't care about that stuff, man. Look, I'm a black guy, and I've been living as a black male, man, for 33 years,
Right.
and shoot, I'm immune. That's the best way to say it. Immune to the racism, and I look past it. I don't even. I try to act like it's not even a thing. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
the way I treat people and the way I present myself, I don't get treated with racism because I treat
Facts.
myself respectfully,
Facts.
and my kids are presentable. We all speak good, and we don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I
If
agree, man.
somebody motherfucking disrespect us, we don't play that. You know?
That's what's up. That's what's up. I feel like a lot of people nowadays get mad at somebody, and people don't realize that name calling is at its all-time high.
Yeah,
Bullying is way up there. And when
yeah.
you're looking
Bullying
at
is at its all
somebody
time high.
and you're a black dude and I'm a white guy and we're arguing real quick, what's the easiest thing to identify them by is their
It's
color.
fucking just try to jump to your race, like white boy this, white boy that.
I appreciate you, Perplex. If everyone gave Kurt $1 for his birthday, he would make 1,000. One, yeah, I appreciate
You
you, man.
make
Y'all don't have to
1,100
do
bucks.
that. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm
Heck
sorry.
yeah.
I appreciate you, Perplex. Yeah, man, it's crazy, dog. Like, I don't know, man. And I just feel like the more they divide us, the worse this type of like true crime is gonna take a wild turn, dude, if there ain't people that bond together. If people bonded together, this true crime stuff will be way harder to get away with.
True crime is gonna go. Kurt, you keep doing what you're doing, bro.
I appreciate you, dog. I
Hey, listen,
appreciate
you keep doing what you're doing. 2023, the way society is going, bro, it's going to fucking go crazy. I'm
you.
telling
Good,
you,
man.
dude. Your page is gonna fucking go nuts. You got such a good fucking vibe with you, bro. You fuck with Ryan. Ryan ain't right on all his shit, but I fuck with Ryan super hard. You feel me?
Yeah, I hear you, dog. I
Happy
appreciate the
birthday to
work.
you too, Kurt.
Thank you, homie. Thank you, Wanda. I
God
appreciate
bless
you.
you.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming up, man. I'm gonna move somebody up here, but it was good talking to you. And you're more than welcome to hop up at any time, man.
Absolutely. God bless you guys. God bless Ryan and everybody. Just keep their eyes open.
You too, man. You have a good night, homie.
Yes, sir.
See ya. Man, I'm gonna do eeny, meeny, miny, mo for the next one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Oh man, who we got here? What's good? I think you're muted. Freckles, I appreciate you. Thank you. Stacy, I appreciate you. Thank you. Objection, trickery, I appreciate you. I got you now. My bad. I was just saying thank you for my happy birthdays.
Oh, it's okay. Are these too loud?
No, you're really low, actually.
Is it still low?
Yeah, very low.
I need to take them off one second.
Do you know that if you have those headphones out, it'll still work and the sound playing out of your phone won't affect the mic?
Well, this probably sounds a lot better.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. What's up? So I live in Florida, so I don't mind what I look like. I've been hurricane prepping. Apparently, there's
Me
like
too.
Oh, really? I'm in South Florida.
I'm in Hernando County, so it's coming right at us.
Yeah, I'm in Fort Myers, like Southwest Florida. But
Appreciate you, Debbie. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's okay. It was so funny you just said that. My client's been calling me Katie all day. My name is Carrie. I'm like, what the hell? Um, so back to your the title that brought me in. So that's did you watch that video from I'm not gonna name channels, but
I've seen a bunch of them. I will see. It's weird because that's what I was saying in the beginning. I don't know if you're in here. I got this name sent to me a while back, so I was like, I was looking him up, but he's a juvenile, but then he's not a juvenile on certain pages. So it was hard to like identify is he an underage kid? Is this who it was hard. So then I started watching videos. I think yesterday I seen Zab Girl post something. So I was like, all right, bet. So I checked that out. I looked at that and I'm like, man, it seems like the same person that told me told her.
It's like that's crazy. I mean, there's well, I don't know. I mean, I don't believe in I believe in conspiracy, so I don't believe in coincidences type thing. But I have a whole new like I mean, every week with this case, I feel like that's why we're all so into it because we know that there's something more to this. And like so my like what I feel about all of it has changed for sure. And then now like the dirt is coming. You know, when you dig, you're gonna find dirt. So I feel like that's what's happening. So
I agree.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. I thought I was losing my mind. So allegedly, I mean, I don't know if I even want to say this because it's like really like I don't know because I don't know this kid or whatever. I'm just gonna say
it's speculation. It's speculation. Say what sometimes listen, this is what I feel. I'm glad you said that because sometimes you got to say it in front of some people to realize if it sounds as ridiculous as you think it might sound. Because sometimes you say it and everybody's like, yo, that makes sense. I've been saying that for 3 weeks now, but I was afraid to say anything. Speak what you want.
Okay, well, apparently, allegedly, his parents are like they're part of the Illuminati and stuff.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm blowing kisses on the super chat rather than interrupt you. So I'm showing a super chat and I'm blowing a kiss.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I kind of know about that. I kind of don't, but I was reading up on it. But I don't know. He does like I read a little bit into him like a few weeks ago. Something's weird about that. But I have other stuff I want to talk about. So what? If that's okay, is that cool?
No, you're good. Go ahead. Let her rip.
Do you think that there's more than one person in that vehicle?
I don't. I think that I think there's a possibility. The reason AWP stumbled over that is because she, in my opinion, speculation that she was pregnant or found out she was pregnant. So they didn't know based off of everybody's story if she was pregnant or if she was half pregnant or if she just found out she got pregnant or if she was about to give, you know what I mean? I don't know if so that's my opinion. That's why I feel like that's why they tripped over that.
Or do you think that maybe it's because they got clue that it wasn't actually formally searched by, Prosser or Nevada?
I think that they didn't want it to be found. I mean,
Because
if we're
years, right?
so right now, that lake would be where her car was, from what I've been looking at and understanding, would be you would see the car. Her car would be out of the water, sitting there in the dirt. So I just feel like they put it there until everything was clear. I don't know. That's where I lose it at. That's where I'm like, man, that's where I got away from it being completely foul play and it more being like an accident that got covered up because the kids that were involved in the accident really put the car in the water and then didn't save the girl and didn't report it. So then it would still be manslaughter, I guess, in my opinion. I think that's what it would be.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think that. I think that that's a good. I mean, there's no wrong way to look at this. We don't have answers.
No, right.
But just my opinion, if anybody wants to hear my opinion, I think the fact that allegedly her death certificate says that it's like not shoot, what was the word? Sorry, I just like worked all day. I can't think of it. They don't basically. Oh, sorry, my battery thing. So I think that's what's prolonging everything is because I think that there's more to the situation. And I think that there's more people involved. Personally, I think there's more people in the vehicle. That's just my personal intake. But another thing I wanted to say is that goes back to the AWP. Whenever it was Nick, it was Nick, right? Yeah, he was Yeah, he said, I cannot positively confirm there's anybody yet, or anybody in the vehicle. Anybody though. He didn't
Yeah.
say
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I heard that too. It's weird. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like some of these people, I feel like they're speaking without speaking. Like they're saying it in hopes that we pull it apart. Like that's weird.
I don't think he did that on purpose.
I don't know, man. You think it was one of those Peruvian slips where you just blurt it out because you're thinking about it?
No, I think it was just him being like in the moment. I don't want to throw all this. I don't want to put anybody's head for a spin. I'm just saying because I believe in like that's why I like, looking into things like this, because I think kind of left field, if that makes sense. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, think of things that, like, I don't know, it's not the obvious. Like, you look elsewhere, but I don't know, because I tried to not to like be disrespectful, but I changed the lighting on some of like the screenshots of the photos and stuff just so I could personally find out what I thought happened.
Right.
So other faces, and I was like, hey, I'm losing it. I gotta stop this. Like, and I put it all back to normal. I'm like, I can't do this. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. It would
I
actually
know.
make sense because, all right, sorry, not to interrupt you.
You're good.
Okay, so did you ever see a video, or like have you heard like a diver was underwater? There's a video somewhere. During when they were pulling Kylie's car out, there was a diver and they were like underwater with something, a couple divers going back to shore, and they covered it up.
Yeah. I think
Okay,
that's where go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I think that's where they were. Are you talking about where they marked off the ground?
No, because I think that was done from Prosser, Nevada. This is
Oh.
when they were pulling Kylie's car out, and they were starting to put up things, and they were pulling out her car. There's a video somewhere. I'll have to find it for you and email it to you. But they have somebody underwater was videoing it, and there's divers with something. Looked like a body bag to me personally, but they put it on shore. There's only a few videos out there you can find this, not all of them because they crop it out. But if AWP, like that one, it's not even in there. But I almost wonder if it's the person, which is alleged a male in the front seat, which would make sense because when they took the call, I'm just saying this is all like, this is not what,
Speculation.
yeah, it's speculation, but it would make sense because they didn't have the tarp on on the front of the vehicle. You know, you know what I mean?
Well, I think they just put the tarp on the back because that's where the body was located.
Yeah,
Like that. I mean, I know it's weird to me anyway that they didn't tarp the whole vehicle. Like I just thought it
but
was kind of weird that they didn't wrap
yeah,
the vehicle and seal it up because man, it's just so weird to say that about a little girl that her body was so, I don't even want to speak like that, but how can you not keep stuff in the vehicle? Because you don't know what's falling out. I mean, they
yeah.
were saying it was there for what, 2-3 weeks almost?
That stuff pisses me off, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like,
Sad.
everybody does their job, I don't, who knows, maybe they had a lot of other stuff they had to be paying attention to, but it's like I kind of think like you had like one job, come on. Like
Mhm.
let's not at least, like, I'm not an all or nothing person. Either I'm gonna do shit or I'm gonna be like, I do it, like you do it, you don't,
Yeah. What's weird to me though is that they had the people that were perfectly capable of getting that vehicle out and preserving the crime scene, getting it to the destination where the FBI is looking over it, whoever assisted them, and they chose to send them away and not even allow them to assist in getting the vehicle out. Dragged it out with a winch, flipped it over with a chain, and then like, no, that's kind of weird. They sent AWP off. The police said, AWP, we don't need your help. We got this. Y'all don't know what you're doing, or whatever they said to him. Obviously, they disrespected them. And these dudes have pulled out vehicles with people that have been in the cars for years. They know how to get it out without destroying the body and the crime scene to make sure that the family gets closure if the person was killed or if it was an accident. This girl had only been in there for 2 weeks, and with all that evidence that was still preserved pretty well because it all looked pretty clean, if they would have locked that vehicle down and not let nothing fall out of it and pulled the car to the shore, we might have a different outcome. But then that's what makes me believe they don't want that outcome. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't want that information to come out.
No. They don't. That's what's weird to me. And then like the tow truck driver, and then the next thing that happened is the tow truck
Oh.
driver or the whatever the roadside assistant guy has video surveillance of these people, and then they lock that away. That's more evidence that's just locked away.
I sorry to interrupt, but I will forget if I don't tell you this. So that guy that you were just talking about, what's his name?
Cody.
Yes, his parents own a tow whatever company.
Yeah. Yep. I've seen that. That's crazy. I appreciate you, the Hollyberry. Thank you, Kim.
Sorry,
Happy birthdays. You're good. I just want to catch up on these. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate you. Yeah. So no, I really appreciate you coming up and speaking because what you're saying, a lot of what you're saying, I do like, I think like that. Like I think the same way. And I think that's very possible. There's so many different, unless we like get more information, it's going to be really hard to say this is what happened based off of the facts that we have. So I have a lot of different theories how it could have gone. I got accident. I got foul play. I got another type of accident. I got conspiracy theories. I got a couple different ways I would go. And then my idea is the more I get information, we'll just start eliminating those theories. And eventually there should be one theory left.
Yeah, that's how I feel. There's not much of an accident theory in my mind, just because of where she's placed and other things. But
no, I mean an accident like somebody, like I said in the beginning, like the kid getting in the car, whipping donuts, trying to drift in the dark, in the sand, thought he was supposed to go left, and he really went right because he thought he had room, turned the vehicle, wheels are turned, goes in the water. They got her strapped in the back, joking with her, don't realize she's passed out.
Yeah.
They break the window, swim out, never get her out of the car, and then what? So that's technically an accident with malicious intent, I guess. Maybe. I don't know how they would manslaughter.
I got a good question.
Speculation. That's all speculation. Go ahead, man.
What's up, Kurt? Happy birthday.
Appreciate it.
Happy birthday. I didn't know.
Yeah, thank
How
you.
much would it cost to hire a PI? Send him
they did.
Truckee. Did they send him to Truckee?
Well, that was SF Investigates. That's what he is.
No,
Oh.
like somebody really to investigate the police department there.
Well, I don't know. I seen a video of a guy that actually goes in just to the lobby, and he's like a surveyor, and he's recording in the lobby. Like it's a public lobby, dude. Like anybody could go in there, and he's recording, and the lady's like, you can't do that. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, the guy that hired me to do this told me I can't do this, and I'm just recording the public lobby. She's like, no, you got to sign in. He's like, no, I don't. I know my rights. So then she like pushes a clipboard at him, and he looks at it, and it's a HIPAA paper. He was like, I don't have to sign this unless I'm a client in here. And she's like, oh, well, you do because you can't be around. So like their corruption level off rip from
it's like every other one. Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
So,
if he walks in
it
there
just
and
leads you to
records it,
believe that it's either a well fabricated story, okay, which more than likely it's not. They were partying. I don't know if there's 300 people there like the mainstream media says, but more than likely than not, it's a real story. So then that leads you to what's the cover up about, which then leads you to who's the parents of the kids there. Right. So it's like the problem with the whole YouTube streets and everything is the fact that we're not in Truckee, and the ones that are in Truckee are either paid shills or they're trying to be paid. So right. the fact is they're not going to speak up about it, whether they know or not.
Have you ever seen the TV series Weeds?
Yeah. I'm trimming like probably 5 pounds.
Yeah, but have you seen the TV series Weeds?
I love it. Yeah, okay. Absolutely, bro.
Look at that, dude. Like people think that that's just a TV show. Like that's really going on, dude. Maybe not to the extent that it's happening, but look at what happens in some of those situations. I mean, the kid kills somebody, and what do they start doing? What's the first thing they start trying to do? Covering things up.
You gotta forgive me. My memory is so bad. I watch it.
Yeah, mine's choppy too. But
I remember enjoying it. But like, I wrote a book about like murder and suicide kind of stuff. Just because like they found my dad with a belt around his neck hanging in a closet. You know what I mean? Right. So
sorry to hear that.
That's all right. So it's like there's a lot of different ways to let that out. But when you look at all the facts and you tie them into every other case, because I'm like a true crime fanatic. I write music. I wrote a book. I'm like into it. But honestly, the police department's nombre uno. They're usually number one that is totally suspect. Now, on the other side of things, when you look at like if it's an inside job and things like that, I mean, that's really popular. That's why you have anime characters. Is there some mind control with the whole nuance of like marijuana coming to light and everything from state to state, the prohibition, the things that is little less than global, but almost.
Right.
And you try to wonder to bring together communities and just people in general.
Well,
Observation.
that's what my point was about weeds, though. So, like, one of the times that something happens in there where they get in trouble, and the person that, well, they don't get in trouble, they do some mischievous stuff, and the person that's about to get in trouble, if this dude gets arrested or taken to jail, it will blow their whole operation. It'll blow everything. Because then
You'll
they'll
never
start
no
looking-
no. You'll never find out. That's the problem, Kurt. It's so well constructed that you would never find out, because who do you tell? Okay, so when you're a kid, right? Brother and
Yeah.
sister, siblings, cousins, whatever, you're fighting. Who do you tell? Mom and dad, right?
Mom and dad, right? Yeah.
Well, who's mom and dad in this situation? Like one of you guys said that they made there was somebody who made a statement, and I can't remember what the woman's name was. There was a bunch of officers in different color suits and everything, and a woman came up to a podium. She made some statement, just like a blanket statement.
Angelina Mausoleum, I think.
Okay, so that's mom. That's
Yeah.
mom. That's
Well,
her
she's
verb.
well, see, that's weird though, because she was a news broadcaster, and then for two different news stations, and then she quit that job and went and started working for the sheriff's department as a communication officer. So all she does is go out to press conferences and run that gator and have emotion about a dog getting buried in the park. Oh, we got a dog in the park. Breaking news. Oh, the dog was buried in the park. Like, this is crazy, man. That was her
this is
breaking news.
tragic. You found a girl suffocated in the back of a trunk with fluid in her lungs. She was drowned to death. She was more than likely that's what they found. They found a young girl. Maybe she was sexually assaulted. Maybe she was battered. It tears me apart to think the fact that if this being true, which I do believe in this case, that the police aren't held accountable to every other level that every other case is held to. Uvalde, every other case, Sandy Hook.
I think it's more. I think, see, this is where I think we'll differentiate. But you're right, because I agree on a lot of things you're saying about that. But I feel like they're all okay. Look at it as gangs. We'll talk about it as a gang. If this police station is running their own type of organization, they're not messing with these other ones that are doing the same thing, because that's how you infiltrate. So you don't want too much corruption throughout the country, right? And they know that, because then that's how you get caught. So I feel like that's what this problem is starting to happen, is that's why there were so many different agencies involved.
But it's like driving through a red light. It's like driving through a stop sign. I didn't mean to cut you off, but they drive through. It's their discretion on whether or not they want to charge you for that, give you a ticket.
Right.
So they don't want to charge anybody as of yet. Have they explicitly come out, Kurt, and said, we're investigating this as a criminal offense, a crime?
Oh, they did that. I think they switched it over to a criminal offense. I could have sworn. I don't think they came out and said it. Right. I could have sworn that was something that was said, that as soon as the body was found, they changed it to a criminal investigation.
We're all on the edge of our seats waiting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
I appreciate you, Don.
I've dealt with reports. You get the coroner report, you get the medical examiner report, you're reading it again, You're trying to figure out, was there any clues? How did they find the body? At what time can they speculate from all the evidence when the deceased occurred?
Right.
It's going to be an amazing thing to see where you YouTubers take it next. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is some next level stuff. I mean,
it is.
I love China. Who else is going to figure out about the death? You know what I mean? Like, I literally exclusively write with dead people. Right. Like I taught, like, in my mind, I'm speaking with them. I'm like, give me this. I know you want it to be heard.
All right.
And I'm writing rhymes.
Yeah,
that's how you write your rhymes.
Yeah.
Or that's how you reflect better. If you don't write rhymes and you just don't write. Maybe you just write texts or make TikToks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see where YouTubers take this once the reports start coming out.
Hey, what's
Hey, fella, do you mind if I jump in quick?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
It's just that it's sort of getting quite early in the morning. It's sort of 10 to 3 in the UK, so I'm just
Let her
waiting to
rip,
get to
dog. Go,
sleep.
let her rip so you can go get some sleep, man. You sound sleepy.
Happy birthday, by the way, Kurt.
I appreciate it. Well, right where you're at, I don't think it's my birthday anymore. Is it the 27th there?
No, it's not quite.
Oh,
So
you're
you're already a day younger already. So
that's awesome, man. I'm still
worry.
34. That's awesome.
So if you just bear with me a second while I sort of get my act together.
Go ahead.
There's been lots of things mentioned. But you remember when the investigation first started, that one of the things they put up was that gold necklaces, to keep an eye on the gold necklaces.
Yeah.
Now, my reason behind this is there's been nobody sort of who's suspect in the YouTube arena has been arrested, but there's one guy who was arrested 4 days after she was reported missing. That was Nate Kabagungan.
Okay. I
Right?
think so. I think
so.
Yeah, I'm pretty
stick
sure.
with me on this.
I'm
so
riding.
Stick with me. So he was from, I think it was Roseville, wasn't he? Now he was arrested for the death of a 15-year-old girl.
Okay.
It's applied drugs to sexually assault her. Now my thinking is that he's done the same with Kylie. I think Sammy's involved in it as well, because I think at one point Sammy did intermittently. I think she did sort of see this guy for a short while. Now,
I think that you're talking about Cody, right?
No, I'm not talking about Cody. I'm talking about Nate Kabagungan.
Oh yeah. My bad.
Yeah,
Okay, go
so
ahead.
he was
So
arrested.
Nick and Sammy is what you're talking about.
Nate.
Yeah.
Nate, Nathaniel Kabagungan, they call the guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's 20 years old. So he was arrested. I think he was arrested in Roseville. So he was actually arrested for the murder of this 15-year-old girl who he sexually assaulted and drugged. So my thinking is that he was actually arrested 4 days after Kylie went missing or reported missing. So there's been also, I've seen it on a couple of channels where they said that this guy, he could have well been at the party that night. I think he was one of the guys. You remember at the presser there was 3 guys hanging around Sammy, and I think one of them was Well, I think one of them was Nate Kabagungan, the guy who they arrested. So he could have quite easily been at that party.
You think this is why the police are keeping it so quiet?
I think this is the point I'm trying to get now, is the police are trying to cover it up, because if they didn't arrest this guy till 4 days
after my gosh, bro, you're right. They're gonna look like they're gonna get sued because they didn't arrest this dude
because he wasn't arrested.
My.
So I think that's the reason why
that
they're covering all this up. I think they've probably got the Sammy even. Because
that's why you got Woolston Holmes as your freaking name on here, because you're freaking Sherlock Holmes's brother. Hey, that's what's up, dog. That makes sense, because that fits it. That fits the cover up. That fits a lot.
See, the reason why he would have put Kylie in the lane.
That's why they eliminated Jagger right away. They're like, nope, this kid didn't do it. It has nothing to do with it. I'm like,
and
what?
if you look at this Nate guy, he looks really similar to Jagger.
Man, say his last name again. Ned Castle. What did you say?
Nate Nathaniel Evan Kabagungan. Cabangun. And he was, I think he's from Roseville. I don't know. Obviously, I'm in the UK. I don't know if that's close or not, but I'm assuming it is. But it just makes more sense, because like that's the only way I can think of the police are going to cover it up, is to save their own backs, And I think It's the only thing that makes sense, because when this, like, how would they know before they even found that their necklaces were missing? And the only guy they've arrested.
Yo, and
for
this
something
fits the
similar to
drugs,
this.
dog. And that fits the drugs. That fits the
Yeah.
drug, because that dude just got, it was also, oh my God, it was fentanyl. That
Yeah.
girl died of fentanyl. No
Yeah.
way, man.
And
And I
that's what
see
I
people
think.
talking about this, and I'm like, man, that's a little far fetched, but that really ain't. That's
No.
really not.
See, he's really close as well, because I'm presuming that the girl that died, the other girl
I think
that
you're
died,
close, dude. I think you're close.
I think he's
But yeah,
close too, man.
fentanyl is very pervasive. Very. All you have to
Fentanyl
do,
is a
Kurt, is
killer.
all you have to do, Kurt, is Google.
Oh, I know what
kid
fentanyl
that-
is. It's
Oh,
huge in
okay.
Florida. But I'm saying this dude, 20-year-old facing murder, felony drug charges after Roseville 15-year-old fentanyl poisoning. So,
Can I-
yeah, that's the guy.
and this dude is from Roseville.
Yeah. And
The
So I
girl
people
was
like to
presume
found
that.
dead
forgot
in
about him.
June. She was found dead in June. So you got June, July, August, almost a month and a half later, dude.
So if the police have not arrested him, and they should have, then they're going to be held accountable for Kylie's death.
Yeah, you're right.
So they'd cover it up, because there's heads going. Well, it's not the first time they've covered it up. You only have to look
Nothing's going to happen to the
Sheriff
police,
Wu.
though. Yeah.
You know, Sheriff Wu, look what he covered up.
Hold on,
I
let me
mean,
before you say something, Sunflower, let me answer this. Kurt in chat, doesn't everyone wonder why Tony had SF investigate son Austin out searching? No, I don't think Tony had him out searching. I think he was already going searching. I just wonder how Tony got him on the panel. Tony got him on the panel, Tony got Zanime on the panel, and Tony got freaking Sammy on the panel. How do you do all that? How do you get all those people involved in the case on your panel as a small channel? I don't understand. No, I appreciate you, Wolfstein, because bro, that might be it. You might have just
You're spot on.
yeah.
Spot on. I mean, it works with the lie. Even if it's not the truth, it is a spot on theory.
Hey, if it comes out, man, I hope somebody marks this tape right here. If it comes out that that's right, dude, you might have proved that you are related to Sherlock Holmes.
Hashtag Holmes. 3 a.m.
Elementary,
Yeah,
do you watch
hashtag
it?
Holmes.
Hello,
Hey, everybody in the
Holmes.
chat, hashtag Holmes, because that's the new hashtag. I can't see the chat.
Well,
I
I'm
appreciate you,
sort of
man.
working. I've been thinking about it a while to start my own channel up. So I'm just not sure how to go on about it. So I've got plenty of time on my
Get a
hands,
cell
so-
phone, and a YouTube channel like you got right here, and hit go live, and there you go. You got a YouTube channel.
Right,
I feel
right.
you, dog.
You might
I'm at
say
the
me.
YouTube
You can't.
streams.
I don't think you could go live though until you get a certain amount of subscribers. So you're gonna have to make videos and then post them. You're gonna have to hit create video, upload video.
Start at the bottom.
Yeah,
But
it'll
give
be all right. You
everybody-
get there, man. Hey, with
give
those
everybody-
thoughts, dog, you'll be there in no time.
Yeah, you're a few panels away from getting your channel dropped, so you'll be all right.
Yeah. Go get some rest,
Well,
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I will do. Thanks for having me on anyway, and good night, everyone, and happy birthday.
Yeah, you too, man. I appreciate you.
Good
You have
night,
a
bro.
great night.
You're welcome. Good night.
That's it. All right, Sunflower, what's good?
I'm kind of backpacking off of that one. I mean, I just want to say we always have to come back to AWP. I think that the majority of us, if not all of us, believe AWP. We know they said it over and over again, not only to have 2 other videos and that things would have to play out a certain way, which to me is code for the right people get busted and we don't have to just call people, right. So I have always thought, and they said it over and over again, only 10% of the interview with Nick, only 10% of the interview. I think they intentionally used the portion of the interview they used to force the police to come forward and exonerate Jagger, because clearly they're describing Jagger, and exonerate him and then be forced to bring forward an actual factual suspect. Does that make sense? I don't think it worked.
Why did AWP beat feet like they did so quick? Why did they beat feet like that? They took off so fast.
They know
better. Yeah, they usually don't do that because I used to watch their videos.
Yo, check
After
this out. I think I can explain that.
I
Listen,
stopped watching them. I was so
They-
upset with that.
listen though, you have to understand this. So they arrived at this place that they've never done an active investigation. They arrive here. There is a guy that approaches them at Best Buy when they're picking up some gear to go look for this girl, and starts talking about what he's seen, how he might possibly have seen their car. He gets to the place with the police to meet them so they can start looking, and they're being weird. They're saying, go look over here, go look over there, don't go look over there, we already searched all that. Then they find the girl's car where they told them not to look, and then when they found it, they said, y'all get out of here, we'll get the car out. So they're probably like, yo, there's some really shady, they probably already know what's kind of going on. They're like, there's some really shady shit in here, and I'm not getting involved because that's going to discredit our name across every police organization across America that is not corrupt.
You just hit the head on the nail, though. It's because they already knew what was going on. I'm sure they really.
Well, that's
really
the second
know.
video. I'm sure.
Like,
I'm sure.
Really, really know what's going on.
And I don't blame them for keeping their mouth shut either.
That's where we differ.
Can I ask something?
Well, how can you prove it? You hold on. You can, but hold on one second. How can you discred? So check this out. If I'm two divers that find dead bodies all the time, they can discred you and then call up their homeboy in Nevada where you're going to look for a body that you're going to find. When you find it, now it's your body. It's now the body of the freaking girl that you just found. You killed them. The police make it look like you did it, and you located this body.
I'm good with that. I'm good as long as I know I didn't do it. I'm good with that, and I would never just let somebody dead lay there without exposing. What I would if I was AWP, I wouldn't have left. Like, I love that dude by watching him. Like I told you, I deal with murder, death, kill, murder, suicide, all that. Like I'm telling you, I love that dude. He remind me of this dude Jamie had back in school that I used to know. I'm like, really like that dude. And as soon as this Kylie Rodney case left and they beat feet and they left, that's it. Everything I totally stopped with that dude.
But did they?
And I'm nobody, so I can't. I'm not somebody I can just call him and be like, "Why would you do that?" You know what I mean? Like to him, and it's just like we're a world apart. It's one person out of 7-8 billion or whatever, and it will never.
Well, son of a cop. Are you a son of a cop? Are you the one that asked if you could add something? I told you. Hold on, real quick. I think it was you.
Yes, it was me.
Go ahead.
Actually, y'all know about the mob, right?
Yeah.
What's the most corrupt mob in the United States?
The police force.
Okay.
My family's from the mafia.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm not.
Crime mob family.
No, I'm just gonna leave that one there. But listen, like, let's go back to when Santa May had that interview with that church got on, and everybody in the thing is saying, "Get a window breaker, get a window breaker, get a window breaker."
Yep.
Like we're all forgetting that part of it. And there's another point where that window could have gotten broke out at. Mr.
Appreciate you, Kim.
First,
Mr. Capital P, and his first name begins with a T.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mr. Who?
Mr. Capital T, and he's the P word. I'm not going to say it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean? If someone,
Mr.
Capital,
who's that?
Yeah. Diggy.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to like put names out on your thing, but if he's the P word,
and I got you. I'm picking up what you're laying down. I got you.
If he was and he saw Kylie as a target, why wouldn't he smash that window that was broken?
Yo,
and
I'm sorry for cutting you off, but does anybody see this chat down here? Do you think the guy that knows the fake Miro character? Do you remember that Miro dude that called Ryan?
Yeah.
Remember Sherlock Holmes in here just talking about how there's another dude that was 20 years old from Roseville?
Yep.
Miro is from Roseville. I wonder what that dude looks like. I couldn't find a picture of
that
him.
That would also explain why he dipped out. He just disappeared, that guy.
Yeah, he was gone. He
disappeared.
Makes sense if you're locked up.
Had me thinking he was like the second Ronnie. I mean, what happened?
No.
But like I can give you the insight on why the cops aren't saying anything. It's because the YouTube, y'all true crime are hitting certain aspects of it, and the news isn't finding it. They're not doing their jobs. And then if the news doesn't pressure them as an entity, a news group, and YouTubers come at them for the same thing, they're going to get scared that you guys are going to figure it out first.
Right. No,
My mom's passed. She died on the job. I still
I'm
have
sorry to hear that, man.
No, it's good. I have family member or family friends that are still on the job, and they're racking their brains why the police department wouldn't come out. And then I was like, okay, this. And they're like, okay, now maybe the cops are interested in y'all's theories.
They are, but it's too easy. I'm sorry.
No, but
it's too easy for them to. If the own mom agrees, like, okay, let's just let it slide. She was drunk.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
for the cops, it's like, okay, they beat feet as fast as AWP.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
and look at how many hours they racked up. That's another sad part. It's like,
$1
but the whole
million.
thing
They just
is
made millions of dollars doing that, dude.
But the whole thing is okay.
AWP was asked to leave the premises by LE, so that
LE
told them
straight
to
up
fuck
told
off.
them. Yeah, no, like they were asked to leave because California is the worst state to do
But let me
anything
tell you,
with.
that dude with the beard, the dude with the red beard, does it look like if you asked him to leave? I think even Kurt looks like a big dude. I bet if y'all were in a bar and you were like, excuse me, leave, he's gonna be like,
okay,
no.
you're talking about Doug. You're talking about
But-
Doug from AWP with like the biggest prison tattoo on his fucking elbow.
Yeah, like he's just gonna leave. He's gonna be like, all right, officer, I'm leaving. Bye.
Well, it depends on the amount of corruption that's involved.
I'm sure there was more to that story than any of us will ever see.
Well, check this out. You guys got to remember this though. You got to remember this though. Like, you don't know the level of the corruption, and those dudes are all dads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have right to my feelings, bro. I got 4 kids. I know what it's like.
But I'm saying, but you have to remember this. If the corruption level is so high that these dudes could all wind up disappearing, look, I love my name and my respect, and I respect tons of people, and I would never want to walk over a dead body. But if it's going to be something that's going to take food out of my family's mouth or a roof over their head, I might walk the fuck away, dog. I might say, hey, where's that dive equipment at, yo? All right, yo.
Yeah.
Deuces. See ya. But depending on the situation,
I don't think that's right. I may agree that that's what that's fine. But I don't think it's right though. I gotta build a core. So
I respect you for that. But
y'all have more. You guys have more. Sorry, Kurt. I didn't mean to interrupt. Y'all have more, resources. I was told by an officer in a different state, look up Truckee News and look up how many officers left Truckee in the last 5 years.
I mean, that's a great observation, but I just want to
say the entire department, but I'd probably be wrong. I mean,
AWP is approaching this the right way. Hold on, AWP is approaching this the right way. They're in an area with old money.
The entire department, but I'd probably be wrong. I mean,
somebody's echoing real bad. Appreciate you. Approaching this the wrong way. They're in an area with old money, and this investigation had the big 3-letter agencies involved early on. They don't show your cards at a poker game when, that's true. Why would you let everybody know what's going on? That's why they're not saying much. I feel. And
here's the thing. Like, I know it was multi jurisdictions. Why did the FBI jump in at the get-go if they didn't think one of those police departments was corrupt? Like, even where my mom was a cop, if it was her jurisdiction and town over and it was a murder, the FBI the FBI never got involved. It was always handled between them.
Sunflower, what do you think? What do you think went on? Do you have anything to add to this? I heard you trying to speak. What do you think?
I was going to bring up my cult thing too, but just to mention from earlier, wasn't there excuse me, a rock outside the passenger window in AW's footage underwater?
I think so.
Meaning what you were going with earlier, we'll tire down in the back and drive around like idiots right off the water. And oops, I went in not far off, and the friends jumped in, smashed a window. I don't know. I guess the sunk quit anyway. So I was asking about the rock, and then I'll put it in the private chat or whatever. You have to watch, Kurt. It was where did it go? So it's a documentary on Hulu, a series called Cult and Extreme Belief.
Mhm.
And one of the episodes, like the third one, is the Children of God. And I mentioned it in chat with you, or on another panel to you, or it's only like a 40-minute episode. I don't know anything else about them. I know I will go down a rabbit hole comfortably, but I have not. I know everybody's starting to throw out Bohemian Grove, which is creepily close by, and we can do that too. But for right now, just do it's Children of God. It had a bunch more names.
Hey,
And
see that name right there? That
Wayne
name?
Wu.
Go look at that name for a little bit. That's a sheriff. And that
I
sheriff,
did that, and I was really disturbed really fast. I couldn't keep going.
yeah,
I knew all I needed to know quick.
yeah, that's the sheriff. I looked at a lot about this dude, and that's why corruption is 100% in Truckee. Like I can say without a doubt, there's definitely corruption going on in Truckee, but is it
I
involved
still
in
think it was
this?
Mean Girls. I still think it was Mean Girls. I think she was set up, and every day that goes by, Sammy is making herself look more suspect. Look up the lyrics to that last TikTok that she dropped. You can just look, because Sammy dropped a TikTok. She was dancing and singing in her dorm room, and then she pulled it off. But it's obviously on YouTube already. It's too late. But
Yeah.
it's really she's an extreme narcissist at the very least. And that's
I wouldn't doubt it.
that's I'm not diagnosing her so I can say she's a narcissist. And we got problems.
Yeah, to
Red
answer this
flag,
chat right here, didn't
all
Ryan show
together.
Miro pics on Zanime, Instagram, or Facebook? I only seen Miro in a video chat on Instagram. I never seen a picture of Miro on anything else. I could be
Kurt,
wrong though.
I think I have one. I've been trying to tell you I got a lot of
Didn't
pictures.
Ryan show it on his phone on one of his conversations or his
Yeah, that's where I
live?
seen it. That's where I seen
Yeah,
it. That's the one I seen.
okay.
I'm
Like,
gonna jump
I'm not
out
trying to
and
interrupt.
let you guys-
Sorry.
No. I'm gonna jump out and give you more space. Real quick, Kurt, did you see Zanime's dog on Check It TV? I know you did.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Yeah, I did. That was her fucking dog.
I know. I did see it. I seen it, and I heard her. I thought I
What are
heard
you
her
doing,
talking in the
Juan?
background.
Zanime's here to meet you. What are you doing, Juan? Okay, bye.
See ya.
Good night and happy birthday. And
Thank you, I
please be
appreciate it.
safe. Be safe.
Yeah,
Not
definitely.
yeah. Hunker down.
Hey,
know it.
Kurt, can I get something, man, bud?
Yeah, get it in, dog. That's
I'll
why I
be
popped
g-
in here. I
I'll
was
be
trying to
gone.
move, man, but some of these conversations are really making sense. So it's like it's hard to get out of it. It's hard to be like, no, we ain't listening to that no more because it's in line with what I'm seeing, dog. Like now it's just trying to piece together why and who, and because there's more than just. I mean, maybe not. Maybe there's 2 or 3 main people involved in what happened, but I think it's way bigger than 2 or 3 people. I just think 2 or 3 people are at the scene. You know what I mean?
The only thing I've
Yes.
got to add, I've heard this. She can float over the top of the back seats real easily in the deal, but the car was upside down, dude.
Right.
And she'd be in water, going diving under the back seats to get to the back glass.
Yeah, you would have
which
floated up,
makes
right?
Zero sense.
Right. I know.
And
Trust me.
that's really all I had to add. I mean, it's hard to follow all this stuff, but that I haven't heard. I mean, Mr. Auto Expert on the other channel has every answer in the book, but
Who's that? I don't care if you say
I
it. Who
ain't
is it?
gonna make no comment, dude.
What's the first 2 initials? What are the initials?
Let's see,
Because I want to watch
PBR.
it. Okay. Yeah, I just want to watch it. But no, what doesn't make sense to me is you're absolutely correct. If the seats are like this in the car and the car flips over, now the seats are like that. So you would have to lose air, float under or swim under, float back up. You have to do that 2 times if you're in the driver's seat because you have to go over the driver's seat, and then you have to go over the back seat. So you have to do it twice. You have to go down, up, and then back down, or just all the way through.
It just don't make sense. I mean, I thought about it. That's a lot of stuff people say I could make sense out of. Say that could happen, but
Yeah, you could have said you swam to one and then went up to get some air and then swam back down and then went up to get some air and then realized you're in the back hatch. But that doesn't make any sense because the window is busted out.
there you
So-
go, man. I'm gonna jump out, but I'm gonna tell you, man. I sent you an email, but you didn't check it. But there's gonna be some Elvis footage coming out on one of your buddies' channels that ain't ever been seen, dude. So you and Ryan and Patty be on the lookout for it. Then go look your email. You find out where it's coming from.
Yeah, I'll go look. Is it under the same? Is there a Texan or something involved?
Nah,
in the email?
it's under no.
You don't have to give it. I'll just dig. You don't have to give it. I'll look. I'll find
It's
it. I
got
appreciate
Elvis
you, man.
footage or something in the subject matter.
Oh, perfect. I'll definitely find it. I'll just search Elvis and see what pops up. It's
But
gotta be in
anyway,
the email.
man, y'all have a good one and keep up digging. I mean, you learn something new all the time.
I appreciate you, man. We'll definitely keep doing that.
All right, I'm out of here.
Have a good night, man.
Later, man.
Sweet Tea, what's good? Appreciate you, pretty eyes.
Hey,
Sweet
Kurt.
Tea, how are you?
Hey. I'm here in Florida like you, so I'm kind of hunkering down. Where I'm right near Jacksonville, so we have to wait and see what happens.
Hey, hold on one second, because I want to point this out too. This is a good point by objection. He says, do you think it's not a coincidence AWP has made their face known for a reason, not for clout, but for protection? I thought when they started selling those window breakers that everybody thought so suspicious of why they're doing that, I thought that was to get them way out into the algorithm, into the news stations, so that for that exact reason, so that they didn't wind up missing or they didn't wind up a suspect. I agree. Go ahead.
I just emailed you a picture of Nate Cavacugan.
Okay.
But it looks like a fresh haircut. And from the pictures from the search thing, his hair was a little bit longer, which would be a little bit of hair hanging down. It like as far as the AWP, the guy Nick that described him, and
Yeah.
I was thinking that he could possibly be the person that the guy that could have been at Boca, and now they're just pending, trying to figure out who the girl was with him.
That's possible.
So
I agree, but see what's weird to me is, man, it's just so hard for me to believe that these people drove around with this girl in the back of the car. Like, that's the weird part.
well, they said that they were haggard or looked hungover or whatever, so they're probably really stressed. But I did notice something in AWP's video. When Nick was talking about the Jagger lookalike guy or whatever, they showed a San Francisco hat with white embroidery on the black hat, but Jagger in all of his pictures is black embroidery on black. So I don't know if that could have been a subtle hint, to us that it possibly
Very
is
possible.
Can you repeat that? Can you say that again? The embroidery on the hat.
Yeah.
You were saying one was double black.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Jack is black on black, and the picture of the one in the AWP video was white embroidery on black.
Okay, I noticed there was something different. Thank you. Thanks for
Yeah.
pointing that out.
And one other thing I wanted to ask you, have you seen the TikTok of the kids that were doing the kind of like reenactment of putting a girl in the back of the car?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did see that. Yeah.
Did you notice that the girl put her hands behind her back before she got in?
Really?
Yes.
Like a cop.
Well, or unless they know something that we don't.
Huh.
Like it was her hands were bound or something before they put her in.
That's true. You're right. And now it makes sense why she was tied up.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna jump off.
There's your picture you sent. Do you see your picture?
Yeah, that's it right there. That's him. That's when he was doing his preliminary thing with the judge. He wouldn't lift his head up. He would not show his face. And they even commented in the article in video that he would not look at the camera.
Really?
It revealed his entire face.
Eagles, I appreciate you, man. I don't know how to get a hold of you though. My email, you can get me on my email. If my wife will drop my email in there, everybody's already got it anyway. So
I don't.
I appreciate you.
I'm sorry.
Yo, you don't?
No.
Oh,
I've
I'm
been
shocked.
asking for it. I'm sorry.
You're good. I'll get it to you.
Okay. Because I
Hey,
got some
Kurt.
stuff.
Oh,
What's up, son of a cow? Go ahead, because Rachel's
Hey.
been waiting to talk for a minute.
no,
go
no,
ahead.
it's fine. I'm just gonna say happy birthday and keep doing what you're doing, man. And I'll try to get like as much outside influence from my cop family
I
and just
appreciate you, man.
and bring it to you. Like, and if like you said, if your wife puts it out there, your email, I'll
Yeah.
get it to you.
All right, I appreciate you, homie.
All right, bye.
All right, have a good night.
Yo, my bad. I didn't mean to bag on cops. It wasn't nothing like that. It was
No,
something
it's your
personal.
opinion, bro. It's your opinion.
It was something
For real.
personal that I had dealt with, and just that I had noticed. And not saying, I mean, there are some good cops. My cousin's been a cop all the way till retirement. He is 99% a real good dude. And we can't fault everybody to 100%. We're human. We're not perfect.
That's you have to. People don't take this into accountability too. Like I will say this from experience. Cops are humans, man. Cops, they have a bad day. They're fighting with their wife. They could be a really good dude and they're doing their job. I mean, everybody should look at it as that. Some days you go to work and you're having a bad day at work and you have to think about that. You have to go, damn.
A lot of it's I think the prosecution or wherever they send it to, because usually I think they take a whole bunch of evidence and they give it to, I could be wrong, it's not the prosecutor or somebody, correct me if I'm wrong. Do you know who they give it to? The district attorney?
District attorney, the DA.
The DA. So it could be the DA there too. Look into the DA and say, why aren't they taking the case, taking it up on the case?
I agree. All right, Rachel, what's up?
Okay, there's a lot to I don't want to say too much. I'd rather give the information to you and let everybody do their research, but I can share my screen. I mean, I found a lot of things. I was not feeling well, so of course I'm just sitting there on my phone. And I went and studied the community. I went back all the way to where they did the prayer circle. That's when they went out the next day. That's on 8/6. I did a lot of research because in this area, it's the reason why Sammy was taking control is because they actually passed something there in that area that links all the different agencies together. Plus, it's a preserve, so a natural preserve, which it will fall under jurisdiction of FBI. State parks will be state, and then the reservoir, depending on how where it goes, it could involve many different agencies. So that's why there were several different people involved. And when you have too many hands in the jar, and like this whole thing about everybody's tracking their steps, that's public information, which I registered. And I mean, I'll share and I'll show you where you can go to. Well, I mean, I'd rather give it to you.
Yeah, if you want to email me, I can definitely. If my wife just drops it in there, you can get it.
I mean, I'll show you, and you can, because I've been wanting to like get the information to someone that will actually do the research like you do. Yeah. And I know you have a lot of people on your team that will actually do it. Otherwise, I just didn't want to bother telling people. But I've been waiting for you to come on live. Hate that it's on your birthday and when you're with your wife and things like that. But
no, you're all right.
All right. So if you go to Truckee, Truckee Dunner Recreation Park District, and go through all the different. Sorry about the drums. My son is in several bands, and they're just.
Hey, tell him to get it. No, that's good, man. It's better than sitting there twiddling his thumbs.
It's he's that's just what he does, and now he produces. But anyways,
hey, tell him he was just playing in front of 1,800 people.
Yeah, I make him work hard for stuff, okay? But anyways, so I started just digging and started because my where I go with this, right, is I remember I've been watching this because I don't have cable. I stream everything, and I like true crime. I watch 48 Hours, but now I have no cable, so I got to stream it on YouTube. And I come across some people and like with Summer Wells and things like that. I got into it and I followed the facts and then the rabbit holes. I mean, I'll go as deep as it logically makes sense, but then I'm out because I have a life. But in this situation, the more that I kept tracing, who knows who's affiliated with who's under a different spoof account on TikTok, who's using This and it all starts with Xana May. I'll be honest, because I saw her original video, and I can tell you, she was said she was there on the night of the party,
Right.
and she was attending a Hispanic party, which was located across the way.
Is she a big drug dealer?
Nah, I can't. I don't know anything about
Can
that.
I-
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
based on facts, what I heard on timestamp. And if you try to go back
I
into your, like I
actually give
told everybody, go back into your
correction on
feeds,
that?
your history. If
Hold on.
YouTube erased it, what?
Is that Q-Tip speaking?
No, this is
Sorry.
Michael
That was me
speaking.
typing.
Zame came out and said that she really wasn't at the party, that she got those pictures and all because of the Snapchat pictures.
Well, no, this was on
I was in the panel with her. I was on the panel with her.
on whose show?
I don't remember who the other person showed, but
Then
Anime was on there.
I can't take that for credit. So, but I'm saying I know what I heard and I know what show it was on. And let me tell you
This was
something.
quite next.
I'm just hear me out. She mentioned that she was there.
I hear you.
And that she was attending a party. It was a great Hispanic party, and she was partying, and she noticed across the way she witnessed the party, and that was the very first video, which is now, thankfully, for feeds, and I work in computers, you can find a trail, no matter if she deletes it from YouTube, wherever she wants to delete it from, TikTok. You can always find it in your browser history, and that's yours, unless she comes onto your computer and deletes it.
Hey, objection trickery is right. Objection's right though. Like everything, every news station, I heard radio stations talking about Adventures with Purpose the next day. Like there's a lot going on behind the scenes with Adventures with Purpose. Like, so they expanded their team. They made a video. They were definitely saying, "Hey, look at us. We're over here. Check us out." So that they were noticed. I do think there was a reason for that. I really do.
Yeah. So she was there. I remember the video. And then she was just basically saying she was walking through, and that's when the dog was not on a leash. The dog was walking freely and going everywhere around. And then she was like, had this, not clown music. It wasn't circus music. It was a different music in the background. And she was kayaking. And this was before, until she got done editing, whatever she did. So I remember that. That's one thing to point out. But then you start to find out the affiliations. Like, she's involved. Yes, if she does work for the military, she has. If that's been accredited, that's been accounted for. Things. Right now with. I'm not even going to say it. I'll talk to you a little bit more on the side note, because I'm not going to go here right now because of the stuff that I found. But you can you'd be amazed of how much information you can find, because they're open community. It's all about community. And the reason why Sammy took charge in the beginning, yes, she's sus to me. I agree. But the reason why she took initiative is they offer students from Forest Charter School. That's my dog.
Your dog and your kid are driving you nuts. That's awesome.
Hey, but I love it.
I hear you.
So
I just think it's cool to watch that happen to somebody else, and I have to deal with it.
Yeah. So and I don't have a door to close or anything. So now I think we call this the Rachel room, but there's still music. Whatever.
You got the drums and the dog ball. That's awesome.
The drums, I got the whole basement's redone, and it's just I just have to figure out the sound barrier that goes up the stairs. But that's just the way.
That's what's up. I love.
Anyways, so basically, Xana May is full. Whatever, maybe she's not full of shit, but whatever plan she's doing it edited by someone else who has a lot of views. Man,
Hey, I'm just gonna tell you this. You made my birthday being able to sit there and watch you try to hold your thoughts together while the dog is just and the kid is just
and
drumming.
not even that.
That's awesome.
Just wait, you're gonna hear him scream. He's
death metal. We got death metal.
He does every country.
Yeah, he's that's
everything.
awesome.
That's everything. Awesome. So and I'm trying to keep my thoughts together. I'm trying to circle back.
I know the question. I'll ask for.
Go ahead. You got to fix that mic though, or something, man. It sounds like you and a robot are talking to each other.
Hey, Kurt,
I'm
gonna
sorry. I'm a little raspy right now on my voice.
You're all right.
Life.
No, no, no.
So,
No, I'm not being
I've been-
mean. I'm just saying I can't. You're about.
Yeah, it sounds like you're Qualcomm.
Yeah. Hey, you have a good night. I see you over there. I hear you. You have a good night. You stay safe.
You too. Bye.
That dog, man. That dog is driving you nuts, huh?
Uh,
Go ahead,
he's-
Mike.
Yeah.
all I was gonna say was, do you guys think that alcohol played a role in Kylie's death, and is Sammy responsible for that?
I don't think alcohol played a role in it per se, but I do think alcohol was possibly involved. There was a Truly can in her car. I don't think it had anything to do with her. I think there was another substance that was introduced to her, and that's why she was passed out in the back seat. Because you usually puke, and a lot of other things happen before you pass out when you start drinking that much alcohol to the point that you're blackout drunk. So there would have been puke everywhere. There would have
That's by
been some sort of
experience.
yeah, exactly. There would have been some sort of evidence that this girl was so intoxicated that somebody was able to strap her down in her back hatch.
I've
You know what I
seen
mean?
people try to drink until they died, and they didn't die, but they almost did. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think she
What
drank
I'm
truly
saying-
until she died.
But
What I'm
they do
saying is-
drop a lot of acid. I'll be 100% honest. After me spending a wasteless day, I'll never get this day back. I just want you guys to know this. But you know what? Hey, I've been trying to like send little clues out to people, like, hey, look this way, look that way, and it's real stuff because I don't want to do it because I work.
My boy Billy used to sell sheets of acid. He had books melt on him, and he was all right. Like, I still don't think that's why she died.
No,
Hey,
I don't
Rachel,
think so either.
Rachel, if you weren't done, I apologize. I thought you were just at the end there. I apologize if I cut you off.
No, no worries.
Because
Listen,
somebody
I'm
said I
all
want to
good.
hear what that woman has to say. She wasn't done.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh crap, my fault.
No, I can always
There's a
just circle
purpose
back.
of where I'm
I'm good at
going
that.
with this concept.
Okay, go
What
ahead.
I'm saying is, since Sammy admitted to having drinks and shots with Kylie and they shared back and forth, is Sammy not responsible for Kylie's health and endeavor before death?
Yes.
Kind of confused.
You have to
on that.
determine cause of death first,
Yeah.
my friend. Did
I
she
agree.
die by? Was she stabbed to death? Was she strangled to death? Was
I
she?
agree.
You got to find out what the cause is.
Water is like one of the most friendly things for a criminal and like one of the worst things for a crime scene, because when you introduce water to fingerprints, water to blood, I mean, it dilutes everything. It ruins everything. You can't.
Well,
It's
you saying that, Kurt, is
Not
like a cop
necessarily,
saying that
though.
to a kid. Like,
It
say
does.
a cop said that to a kid, and the kid believed in him, they could probably get away with it. Or
I mean,
somebody that knew that information and wholeheartedly knew that for a fact.
I don't mean it like completely ruins it and destroys it. What I'm saying is if you had a piece of evidence sitting in the grass compared to sitting in a lake, you're going to take that evidence sitting in the grass all
Right.
day long.
It's going to
over
take
the
more
lake.
work to
Yes.
figure out what the evidence is.
Is
And
any
if this department's not willing to do it.
just curious?
Say it again, man.
I said, any of you guys lived in California or have any residence to California?
I
Like,
have
you
family in
understand
California.
the California.
I have
I
family in
have before.
California.
I have family there.
So most people don't understand is if an adult gives a legal or illegal controlled substance to a minor, which death comes, they could be charged at the most of manslaughter or could be homicide, depending on what the situation is.
That's
Do
why
you
the
guys
mom
not
doesn't
see
want
how
anything
this
to do with
applies?
it.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the
who
law.
bought the
I
alcohol?
mean, that's the law across. I mean, basically across the board. If you're,
Sure.
Yeah, but California is different. California's cloth is cut a little different. So I get what he's saying, but in the same sense, I know
I'm
it's
just
not. I know
perplexed
it's
is
just like,
why is Sammy not arrested is the key thing.
yeah, I agree with what you're saying though, because I know like in certain towns in Florida, you can be caught with marijuana and even 10 years ago. And then certain towns you get caught with anything, you're going to jail. So I get what you're saying. Like, and I could buy beer at underage. I could buy beer from 9 different gas stations out of 10 of them that I lived by. So I kind of see what you're saying. But I don't know, man.
That's
I don't really
basically
know.
why.
So what? So
Sorry
what my
about that.
question is to you though is, are you going in the direction of this girl was given alcohol underage and it was just simply an accident? I mean, look, I that's very possible,
I have
dude.
is my situation. I'm looking as the alcohol which was given by whoever caused death and went in, or if not that, if we apply that the
Hey,
fight
you're
actually
breaking up
occurred.
really bad, dude. So I can't really. All I heard is something about alcohol in the fight. That's the only problem. I'm not trying to
I'm
be dick.
sorry about
I
that.
hear out what you're saying, but yeah, it's hard to hear you.
Yeah, I have bad reception with this whole weather thing that's happening with the
Yeah, I hear you.
hurricane.
I hear you, man. Well, stay safe, man. And maybe once all this blows over and I get a
Oh, I
panel
will.
going again,
I
we
will.
can get on. All right, man. You have a good night.
Yeah, later.
Yeah.
But at least I got enough. Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
you got some out, man. No, and I hear your point because I could see that. Like I really could see, somebody bought these kids alcohol, had a party, things got crazy. They let this girl drive without listening, without taking her keys or stopping her. Boom, she wrecks into the water. They don't say nothing. Like I'm picking up what you're laying down, and I mean I've thought that way too. I see how that could be a possibility, but then when I start thinking about all the other people that are placing involvement, like you start looking at the bigger picture. It's like how, if that's what happened, you would think that all these other people wouldn't be involved.
But yo, why is the friends and the mom not still investigating so young in this thing? Like, I've been trying to investigate like a murder suicide for 20, 30 years. It doesn't make sense. Like the mom gave up like the next day. Oh shoot, it was an accident. There goes Jager. It's an accident. Is any of them really out there on a grind like 24/7 trying to figure out, what really happened to Kylie Rodney? I don't think so. I really don't. We are YouTube is like I may just be a part of just this one night of this thing, but I watch what everybody else is doing. So I say YouTube community, yeah, but honestly, the friends, the people in Truckee that you see.
Hey Mike, do you got a Twitch, Mike? Do you got a Twitch account? No,
I
not
might
you.
have a Twitch.
I don't.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
I have a TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I just didn't know if
normally
you
I'm
had
on
a Twitch.
a PC.
Your voice
I'm
sounds
not on my
familiar
tab.
though. Your voice just sounded familiar. I thought I might have known you from somewhere else.
No,
But maybe
I'm on TikTok. That's it.
all right. Well, let me see what I got. These other two. I know. Let's see who's. I know. I think
okay.
it's Q-Tips. Q-Tips has been in here for a while, and Blues Clues have been here for a while without saying anything. Let me see what they got to say. I didn't mean to cut in, but I don't
staying
know
on
what you
until
just said.
about? Are you staying on until like 11 o'clock? Then I can jump on the PC.
Maybe, I don't know yet. We'll see. I got to work tomorrow, so we'll see. Depends on how it goes. I got it. All right, man. You have a good night.
Talk more. Thank you.
Blues Clues, what's up?
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Now, like,
Hold on real quick. Hold on. I don't mean to cut you off, but I meant to say this earlier and I forgot. CL Smooth. The reason I keep kicking you out of the dang backstage is because it says devices are not connected. I can't add you if you don't have anything to add. So I just keep kicking you out and hope you'll turn something on. All right, go ahead. My bad.
I know you're fine. Did anybody else see or believe that white, which looked like the hoodie that she was supposed to be wearing, that Odd Future hoodie? Did anybody else see it, like, in the car, not on her?
I did. I thought I seen it in the car, but somebody just asked who bought the Truly cases. I could buy alcohol at like 17 years old, no problem. So I'm sure there's some store in California with all these crazy laws that's like, yep, if you could see over the counter, you could buy alcohol. That would be my guess.
Actually, some kids actually sponsor it, so.
That's crazy.
And older brothers, sisters. I mean,
Yeah.
I just found
A homeless guy for a joint or a bag of mushrooms that they stole from their parents. I mean,
a lot of kids also have parents who have businesses, and I've had the thought that if my parent had a restaurant or something like that, then I would be the supply, for parties.
Bet you're right. You could just be like, oh, my mom owns a restaurant. Let me go take a case of True Leaf out of the back cooler. Oh, mom, I'm getting a salad. Boop, there goes the case. Trust me, I've been there, done that.
I
You're right.
wasn't that lucky. A lot of people that work at the Truckee and Dunner.
Hold on, I'm hearing you, Rachel, but I kind of cut Blue's Clues off.
Oh,
She
I'm so
said
sorry,
something about,
Blue's
no,
Clues.
you're
I'm
all right.
sorry.
No, you're fine. But maybe like back to when you guys were talking about her puking or something, maybe that's why she wasn't wearing it. And that's why
You
Sammy
got a
knew
good
that she didn't
point.
have, because Sammy was like, no, I'm certain that they didn't find any of her clothing.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't
So she
think
would
of
have
that.
known that she wasn't wearing it.
I guess it was like 60 degrees out there that night too, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, so that would make sense. Emailed screenshot of comment to Jag from friend. I don't know what that means, but I'll look at the email. Maybe I'll figure it out. Decipher it. No, yeah, I don't know. I just think it's weird that all these people know all these things now, but didn't know anything when it was time to know something. It's just, that's what's weird to me. All these Jane Does and these people coming out. Like, why didn't you open your mouth when this girl was missing? You waited till they found her car, and now she's cremated and everything's over. That's what's weird to me. She gets cremated. Now the dad can't even do a secondary autopsy to prove what happened really happened. Then,
speaking on that, not to cut you off. So
you're all right. You're all right.
So they cremated her. That was factual, right? That
I
just
guess.
came out, right?
Yeah, well, it was
If
out for
that's
me a couple days
factual,
ago.
you just made such a glorious point, bro. You just said they can't have another autopsy.
Nope.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Because you can find out so much. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. So the coroner report that I got from my dad, right?
Yeah.
I found out so many years later that the actual medical examiner that conducted the investigation, did the coroner report, the medical examiner,
yeah,
he was in a high profile case where a cop's girlfriend shot herself twice with his gun, and he said this is a homicide, and the cops and him changed that to that was a suicide, so they went with it. The woman's name was Michelle O'Connell. This was in Florida. So he was reprimanded for that. The same Frederick P. Hobbin, medical examiner in Florida, was the coroner for my dad's thing.
Right.
And it was a similar situation. But what I mean by saying that, she's already cremated. So wherever that report is when it comes out, because I don't think it's available yet for Kylie, the coroner report, they can't do a second one like you just stated.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever it says, if they're not honorable in their position,
that's what it is.
It's what it is.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
that's holler.
when I found this out the other day, I'm like, yo, that's it, because whatever is on that piece of paper is what it is. But then people showed this death certificate that had nothing on it.
You
I'm
can't overchange that without a state's attorney and a lot of other things in between.
Yeah, and they see, the crazy thing is like back in the day when cremation wasn't like a big thing, they would just exhume the body and do another autopsy on it based off of, I don't know how you do that, because if
I
you
used to bury people, I know.
Yeah, but if you embalm it, you're taking everything out. How do you do an autopsy?
You exhume it. You literally go out there with a backhoe, dig it up the same way.
I get that. I'm saying, but how do you get any information on organs and vitals, like markings, if you chopped it up with a freaking?
Well, let's go by this. If you put the body in the oven for a set amount of hours, they record it on a disc.
Yeah,
that body's done. It's
gone.
Ashes. There's some bones they grind up in a grinder.
See ya.
And that's it. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, look, I got 15 minutes. I got about 17 minutes in me, so let's try to get through these couple ones if y'all don't mind, because I don't want to leave anybody hanging. What do we got? Blue's Clues, you done? I mean, I'm sure you got a lot more. I see a lot more all the time.
Well, there's a couple things. So the guy that Kylie was allegedly dating, the Nate B guy, his dad and them live in Donner. Well, Sammy's mom is also a head person of Donner Lake.
Okay.
And that was one that was mentioned in the searches, not processed.
Wow. I mean,
and then in CITV,
none of this adds up either, because then you could, that's what I'm saying, it stretches so far. Like you could just wrap everybody in this blanket of suspects, in my opinion.
Well, Sammy's mom comes a part of Zanime as well because of, and I sent you that whole thing of them helping out the army people and stuff like that. So there's a connection with Sammy's mom in Zanime.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe
I
she's
mean,
on drugs.
I just thought that they all were kicking it out, like a ski lodge, some sort of resort, the Trail Oaks Lodge or whatever. In the wintertime, they met people, they started hanging out, they became friends. You know, you work for NASA and you're in the military, like you claim, it makes it easier to cover things up. That creates more of a reputable person to kind of make. That's what I thought the video was for. That's why I was hitting so hard on that. I'm like, oh, you got this, you got that. You're NASA, you're military, you're out there recording a video, trying to justify what you were doing to make it seem like you were doing it right. And there was nothing there. Like, and then other people told me that the car in the background in the bushes really was there, that it wasn't a porta potty that me and Perplex seen, that if you looked a little further, her car was there. I can't find that video now. I can't find the timestamp in that video. I've looked through my video. I can't find the right spot. Like, it's driving me nuts.
Is it the video of her when she's like she just brought the kayak out of the water and then there's
she's
like a
walking
car
by
in the background?
bushes. Yeah, that's what they say, that there's a car in the bushes by where they said there was fresh burial tracks, like somebody buried something. Then they said there was a shoe in the ground right there. Oh, and there's a car over there to the right. And then I thought it was the bathroom. And Perplex said, yeah, that's a bathroom. And I'm like, all right. So then we kept going. And then they're like, no, you didn't see the right spot where the car's at. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, there's wheels and everything there. What? I didn't see no wheels. So now I can't find the spot. I'm trying to find the exact spot that everybody said it was in because I don't want to be looking all over this video. I mean, I looked at the when she put the kayak and started walking down the trail. Where do I pick? What timestamp? If somebody knows it, let me know. Because she gets on the trail and then she gets off the trail. I don't remember if it was going up the path, if it was going down the path. Somebody just
I think it was right before the gate.
Well, I just got a screenshot of it. That's why I didn't know where to. I was trying to compare a screenshot to a video. It wasn't working very well.
But also Cody M resembles Jagger a lot by his car obsession, and he does the BMX stuff. So
they said 35 12-pack, seen like 10 cases. Yeah, but those kids have money. Families got money. Sorry, Blue. I didn't.
No, you're good. I actually have a video on my page of it's the Blue Light Party, and they had a whole their whole back SUV was full of Truly cans. That's why I said they sponsor them.
I mean, those people are. You have to remember they're paying $16-17 a gallon for gas. So, I mean, I'm sure that these kids that are living in this town is a ski resort. Truckee is nothing but ski resorts. Like, I heard one of the locals even talking about it, that there's so much traffic that comes through there, especially in the wintertime, because everybody's hitting the slopes. So I'm sure that this town is got plenty of money in it. And these kids probably get Truly cases. They probably got friends that work at gas stations. I mean, you never know. Think about it when you were a kid. If you ever gotten any trouble or had any fun, whatever you want to call it, you would figure out a way. Everybody would take lunch money for that week and put it all together and buy nothing but Truly cases by Friday to have the party in the woods on Sunday or Saturday or whatever. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, Vanessa. But Q-Tip, you've been waiting a long time. Let's hear it.
I have so many thoughts. I go through a lot of different chats, just kind of listening, and I like kind of collaborating to kind of hear what other people think. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to kind of get a thought first. Does anyone know why Kylie's family was selling the lodge?
I have no idea. Hey, Shane, my bad for adding you while you're eating, dog, but you're in here.
No, you're good. You're fine.
Right,
it's my first time on YouTube. What's up?
I just want to let you know before you just start fucking dumping the
yeah.
face. You know what I mean?
I'm starving, man. My oldest son had a football game today. My youngest one had football practice.
I cut Q-Tip off to let you know, but yeah, my bad, Q-Tip. I just want to let him know so he wasn't eating in front of 1,800 people, dumping it on his face or something. I realized.
No, you're good.
I wouldn't have cared, but some people get sensitive, so I just at least want to respect him.
Good looking out. Yeah. The other thing I wanted to know is do we know how long Kylie was homeschooled for? It wasn't her whole high school, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
That school goes from K to 12.
K to 12?
Yeah, the charter school. Yeah.
Yes. And
I've
I got research on that too.
I've just been my brain has just been like there are a lot of questions I have, and I just wonder, like, that's been one, like, what triggered her going to homeschool? Was it a situation, and could that have factored in to everything that's happening now? And the other thing too is what was I gonna say? Just so many thoughts. So with the
Hey, I hate to cut you off, but I gotta see what this is, and I don't want them to leave.